is I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of all the suggestions that you need to become beautiful. So if you have only 5 minutes and you are already very super smart, you can just pick up and you don't have to listen to the rest. But maybe you might listen to the rest. Okay, we'll see. Okay. So the qualities needed to become beautiful are developed by the people that the world generally finds charming or beautiful. Okay, they're developed, they're learned behavior. Okay, anyone and everyone can develop them, and they're independent of your genetics. And if you don't believe us, please listen to the whole thing. Okay, we will show you. Okay, the way that you hold your eyelids changes when there is love in your heart. The way that the way that your ego projects itself through your facial features changes when your ego is smaller, changes when your ego is big. And you all know this because you can see it around you. Like, have you noticed there are some people that look strong and powerful to you and you like them or you don't like them, right? But if you like them, that means you like that big ego confidence. Some people have confidence, but it doesn't show across as just big ego. It shows across as love, but when you go under, it looks like confidence. And some people like that more. In fact, everybody likes that more. Like that. Okay, so we'll go faster. Now, how to develop them, we'll tell you. First is, you can build awareness by reading news every day. Okay, we'll explain a little bit more. Read the weather every day so you generally have higher awareness. Okay. Then you must be able to read the people in the room. That anytime you walk into a room, you must be able to read the mood of the people and the people. And you must read it and immediately you become aware. Okay. If there are people you love or hate, try to say hi to them. Especially if you hate them, say hi to them, because you will get a better read and your language and your body language will adjust and they will hate you less and you will hate them less. Okay. Which will then make the love in your heart come out. And build respectful relationships with intelligent people in the room. Don't feel threatened by them. Don't feel awed by them. But have respect. Respect is different than awe, and respect is different than trying to downplay their intelligence. Trying to downplay an intelligent person's intelligence looks ugly and it makes your heart smaller. Once your heart is smaller, you look like you are not a nice person. Okay? Try to read an audio book or read a real book for half an hour every day. 15 minutes of audiobook minimum, so that you are constantly gaining new knowledge and your brain has something exciting, some new subject that you like, not a fiction book. Okay? Unless you're reading classical fiction, seriously classical, only those books. And after a while, not too much classics, some combination of classics and non-fiction. If you're a student, be really good at studying. Know your subjects. If you aren't quite there yet, make effort and display and allow your ignorance to come out. Last week we said ignorance displayed, meaning ignorance presented in the right way, looks beautiful. That people find that difficult. Okay, I'll explain that. Ignorance presented with a big ego looks ugly. Ignorance presented with a small ego and a willingness and a curiosity to learn is so enticingly beautiful, because people go, oh my God, this person is willing to say they don't know, and they're willing to learn, and they're willing to listen. And when they listen, they ask questions based on what they understood and not, and they're not shy to explore their ignorance. You know how beautiful that is? You have no idea until you try it. Okay, so do that. Read classical literature separately. I recommend that because each of those books, we will tell you why, develop certain aspects of it. Avoid drinking alcohol. In fact, how much alcohol we recommend for you? 0 in a week. But if you have to, you can have 2 glasses. And, you can make a rule. Once a week I will, or twice a week. But no more than 3 times a week. No more than 3 times a week will you have 2 shots in one evening. That's what we recommend. Why? Then physically changes the shape of your neck and face, and it becomes beautiful. Now, if you don't want that, and you want to say, look, I want only my eyes to become intelligent, and I don't mind having extra, features around my neck and face that make me look not so beautiful. You can do that. It's okay. It's a choice. We're not saying don't, up to you. It's okay. All right. Drink 4 glasses of water first thing in the morning. We'll explain why, right? And don't just start with 4, start with 2, go to 3, go to 4. Then exercise 1 hour every day. Because first of all, drinking the 4 glasses and the exercise builds discipline. Once your discipline kicks in, then your mind muscle becomes strong. Once your mind becomes strong, then the muscle inside the mind to control the mind becomes strong, which controls your ego, which becomes strong, which makes the ego smaller, which becomes smaller, and a smaller ego looks
beautiful.
Okay, that's why. Not because I want to make you muscles. No. I do want your blood flow to be good. So exercising is a tax you have to pay. So you have to do that anyway. But you might as well do what is called, what we call mind-body integration, which is yoga.
Yes.
Yoga makes you beautiful. And there is no 2 ways about it because it gives you a smaller ego. Now, if you do yoga badly, then you come out of it with a bigger ego. It's possible. Depends how good your teacher is. But eventually, even a bad teacher will get your ego smaller. So, but if you find a good teacher, try to reduce your ego. Don't be so proud of your yoga position and all that. But try to understand how to breathe while you're doing your yoga because that helps you get that mind-body muscle strong. Anyway, so the face and the body need help in mental elevation. Difficult to understand. And the help that they need comes from books, self-awareness, and a bigger heart. Because those 3 things, they allow you to learn more. Because your face looks like, from the lower ego, it looks like, I want to talk to you, I want to explain things to you for other people. Therefore, you become a magnet for collecting more self-awareness. So you don't want to have a face that says, don't tell me anything, I know everything. You don't want a face that says, I'll be ungrateful, don't tell me anything. You don't want a face that says, I know more than you. You don't want a face that says, I'm stronger than you, therefore why should I listen to you? I only listen to powerful and big name people. All these things make your intellect smaller, make your heart smaller, and make your awareness smaller, which makes you not so beautiful. Okay, don't do those things. Okay, so that's a quick summary. And I went a little bit over 5-6 minutes, but that's okay. All right, now let's go into the actual program. And if you have got the summary so far, good for you. If you know what to do, please go ahead and watch my other videos. But if you want to know the nitty-gritty and you want the changes that we are going to recommend to automatically saturate you so that you don't have to use willpower to make these changes in your life, then you watch it. And our way of telling not only informs you, but shifts you on the inside in more ways than you realize. So how do you develop them? The first thing we recommended was start reading the news for a few minutes every day. Because reading the news every day does 2 things. First of all, it gives you an awareness of what's happening in the world. Those topics are being discussed. Even if they're not being discussed every day by your friends and your colleagues and your other people, they're still being discussed. Okay? And being aware of them allows you to make other comments in such a way that they're sensitive to the world's environment and your local news environment, which automatically makes other people register in their head when they listen to you, oh, this person's smart, they're aware. They said the right thing without dismissing, disrespecting current events. And the subtle click, 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 after a while, 5-6 clicks, and they go, I want to know this person. They're so amazing. 1 click doesn't do it, but 6 clicks does. So you have to earn the 6 clicks in a conversation that's in a group of small people or in a whole classroom if you're in a student, right? Or in amongst your colleagues if you're in a team, in a company. You want the 6 clicks and you will start noticing next day after you made 6 clicks happen in whichever day you did, 1, 2, 3 days later, people just come to you and they want to ask you questions. You will notice this change happens. But your focus is still going to be a good student if you're in school, high school especially, or college, and study and know your subjects. Because if you let that one go, then you're negating some clicks. Can't afford that.